I think the key first element of the interview is that you're going to be interviewed by a person or people who are passionate about the subject which you've applied for. And the most important thing, therefore, is that you will show to them that you share that passion. And you can do that through the things you've already done, through the way you answer your questions, and overall by the excitement that you clearly will show that you have in the prospect of studying that subject for 3 or 4 years in their department at their university. The interview is a two-way process, remember, and there are things that they are looking for. And they are looking for the way that you will answer questions, in the sense of unexpected questions in particular, the way you will think on your feet, the way you'll respond to perhaps hints when you get stuck on a point, the way you will be able to think dynamically and respond to the points that they make as the interview goes on. They may have prepared questions already, but there will be questions which will be different, unexpected, and will go in some direction that you and they are not expecting. The kind of questions you get asked, some will be prepared by them ahead of time, but others will be responding to hooks that you will provide or you have already provided. For instance, there will be things in your personal statement which they may well want to pick you up on. Books you've read, things you've quoted, things you've done within your studies or some of your other general interests. They'll also got a tendency to ask you the sort of question which is, what do you enjoy most in particular subject that you are taking? Of which what they're really asking you is not really what do you enjoy most, but they're asking you, what shall I ask you questions about? The idea being that they can get you to pick a ground which is more familiar to yourself, and therefore they can then probe that and ask questions so that you don't feel that they're trying to catch you out. They're never doing that. They're looking always for you to be familiar with what you're talking about, but in slightly unexpected questioning. So even if you're on familiar territory, it may well be that there are moments when you are a little bit stumped as to how to respond. And it is okay to be thoughtful. It is okay to reflect for a moment before you answer. You don't have to go straight into an answer. And it is okay to say, look, to be quite honest, I don't know about that topic, or I can't really make a comment on that answer. That's perfectly okay, because that will save them wasting time on things that clearly are going nowhere and allow them to shift into something you can be much more positive on. But the key thing then is don't panic, and certainly don't bluff. One thing that you do need to remember is you will be nervous. And that's quite right. You should be nervous. If you weren't nervous, it would be because it didn't matter, and it does matter. And the reality is that they'll be nervous as well, because this is a two-way process. You're trying to say, is this the right place for me? Is this the right course? And they're trying to say, is this a student we want to teach? Is this the right person for us? So the key thing is everyone will be nervous. So that's a leveller. But the most important thing, I think, is that you go into the process intending to enjoy it. Do the best you can, give of your best, you're good enough to be there, and enjoy the experience. And good luck.